Hey guys, it's Crystal back with another video for you. So today I will be tearing more into this B16 block, so stay tuned to see how it goes. So last video, you guys saw me take off the cams, cam caps, and the cam covers. So now it's time to take off the head. So first things first, in order to remove the head, we need to start by removing these 10 head stud bolts. To do that, we're going to be using our 14mm socket and a breaker bar. But before we get started on that, this does have to be taken off in a certain sequence. So let me go ahead and refer to my book and show you which sequence that is. So this is page 137, and if you can see where the bolts are, it's lightly numbered. So we have starting from 10, it goes to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So pretty interesting sequence, but very important. It does have to be removed in that order. Okay, so just for time constraints, I went ahead and loosened these off camera already with the breaker bar. So I'm just gonna be going in with my electric ratchet. Now that the bolts are loose, we should be able to lift up the head. Okay guys, so it's off all the way. I'm honestly not strong enough to lift this by myself, so I'm gonna ask my cameraman for some help. Stand by. Alrighty, so the head is off and now all of the cylinders are exposed. So this is cylinder 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you can see, cylinder 4 does have a lot of carbon on it. It's a lot shinier than, of course, cylinder 1, which doesn't seem to have anything extra on there. So now comparing this to the valves on the head. So this would be for the corresponding valve, and it does have a lot of that carbon residue on there, and then the others are dry. So I'm not exactly sure like what this is or what's causing it. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you know exactly what this is, please leave me a comment down below because I am lost. So just a little bit more observation after removing the head gasket. So overall, the quality and condition of the engine is really, really good. It's very clean. So just going into further why I believe this is for the Civic Type R. So these piston heads are actually pointed, whereas a stock engine would have more of a flat piston. So yeah, that is a clear indicator that this has been dabbled with before. But yeah, this is kind of my mystery engine, guys. So something really exciting. I am learning something new each time I take off a new layer. So that is my latest discovery. So overall, also the head gasket seems to be in very good condition as well. But no major issues there. That's basically all we're going to be doing today with the block. We're going to be focusing more on breaking down the head today. Okay guys, so I lied. I actually had to put the head back on because I needed to remove or actually loosen these caps for the rods. It took a lot of effort to loosen, so just FYI. But before I remove the rods, I do have to remove these two pins here. So I have this little bolt that I'm going to be screwing in, and shout out to the YouTube channel Crafting Cars for this little tip here. So all you do is screw it in and then you can just pop it right out. So I'm going to do the same to the other side. And for the second one, okay, just like so. And now we can remove the rods. Okay, so it looks like that. All right. Now that we have these two caps removed, we have just one more on the other side that I also loosened beforehand. Alrighty, and then we should just be able to push the rods right out. Before we remove the rod, it is really important to note that we have to rubber band the lifters all together. So here I have number 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're all banded together so that they stay organized. So I'm just gonna be using the end of this right here to push the rods through. And then as I'm pushing, you can see it coming out through this side. Next up is to remove the LMAs, which stands for Lost Motion Assemblies. It's going to be these guys right here. So I'm just going to go in and use these needle nose pliers, and they should come out pretty easily. Next, it's time to remove the valve spring. So I'm gonna be doing that today by using this super cool tool by HPT. It came in like a whole kit. So I have it set up here. Basically, it's gonna compress those springs and expose the keepers, where I'm gonna use this little magnet here. You can tell it's very strong. So that's gonna help me take the keepers off. And then I'll be able to unscrew everything and just pull the valve springs right out. So, let me go ahead. So one thing that I'm noticing is that I really have to like hold this in place while I'm tightening this down. Okay, so I have everything compressed tight enough, so I'm gonna go in with my magnetic tool. You can see those two black keepers, so I'm going to get that first one, and got that second one. I'm just going to keep everything together right over here. So now I can go in and loosen everything. Cool, so now this is almost completely off. This should be able to, oops, remove my little key here. So this is the cover. Now that exposes the spring. And then I have that little inner spring here. So I'm gonna be sure to keep this all organized and put together. So this is part of number 4. Alrighty, I will not be removing all of the valve springs on camera just because it is a really lengthy process and takes a lot of time. So let's take a look at the valves that are now exposed. So I'm thinking that maybe the valve seals are not working properly, which is causing all that oil to leak into the combustion chamber. If you guys want to leave me your comments and let me know what you think, that is my best theory. So yeah, that is what they're looking like. So overall, just looking at the head here, all the valve springs seem to be stock. I haven't seen much done to that. That's aftermarket on the head. If you guys want to let me know what you think down below, if you see anything that might look aftermarket. Again, this is my mystery engine. I don't even know how many miles are on this. I don't know what's been done to it. So yeah. Keep in mind, it does have those Civic Type R pistons that are obviously not stock. But yeah, if you do notice anything else, please let me know. So the next thing that I'm gonna be doing is organizing and placing all my little parts into bags, so with a label on it, so that I don't mix anything up, because that is really important with the engine. Things have to go back where they came. Just gonna be putting all my small parts into here. and getting that all sealed up. So I'm gonna go through and do this with all my small parts here, just to make sure that, again, nothing gets lost or unorganized. Before I close out this video, I wanted to take out the valves for cylinder 4, which is the one that was kind of looking suspicious with all that extra stuff. And you guys, if you can please let me know if you see anything abnormal with them. I'm gonna see if maybe they're looking kind of crooked, if they're not straight. Okay, got this one. Hey! Okay, so I mean, besides looking pretty dirty, do you guys see anything that's out of the norm? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Okay, so I am going to sign off this video, but first I wanted to ask that if you guys have any recommendations for me during this process, as always, or if you see anything that's kind of out of the norm, to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you like what I'm doing? I'm really hoping that this content is interesting for you guys and that you're learning a lot with me. But yeah, so this is super, super exciting. I'm really excited to get into the block here and figure out what other secrets this engine has to reveal. But anyway, guys, before I sign off, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the YouTube channel Crafting Cars. I've been watching their videos a lot to help me with this whole engine breakdown, and it is so informative, and they're really, really great, so definitely go and check them out. And also I wanted to shout out my boy Germani over here. He hooked it up with a lot of swag, so I'll be repping some of his stuff on my videos. You can find his Instagram at rbf.777, and that's his Instagram. Go ahead and hit him up if you want to rep any of his swag too, but a lot of bling bling. So super cute stuff. Anyway, guys, as always, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and definitely turn on that notification bell so that you can get notified as to when I am posting updates. But that is all I have for today. So until next time, QueeenBRZ out. I fall in love.